Hey y'all, I wanted to just check in this week with a quick message. I think I'm calling this video Duality because that's where I'm at. I have both extreme light and dark going on right now, and I'll explain in a second. I had plans to talk about manifestation. Manifestation you do with high energy. That will happen at another day. I'll get there. Because with duality, what I wanted to say was this. You can have both of these like high and low things going at the same time in life, right? And I think I need a little more time before I have the energy to do manifestation. It'll come soon, but not this week. So this week, I've had both extremes, heaven and hell, happen to me and my family. Both were involving my children. Each one had an experience. One was hellish. It's horrific. And we're doing all we can to just surround my kiddo with love and healing and getting those resources ready and immediately set up. With my older one, we had fantastic news about this major health issue. And we're not out of the total woods, but you know, the very first 6 months kind of checkup, and it's like, I'm so grateful. So I have inside me, I'm sorry for my shaky voice, but I'm also not sorry because this is it. Like, my heart is just broken open this week. I have absolute thankfulness to God. And then also this extreme sadness and grief for my other kid. And it's right now, both are like equally taking up space. They're lapping over each other. One doesn't have control over the other. It's like they're both there. I feel like I'm crying tears of joy on one side of my face and like tears of extreme sadness on the other. But I'll get through it. And I feel like the only way is to be honest about how I feel. Trying not to cry during this video. This is going to be like a video I never look at again. But it's important because I think I would be unauthentic. I should have Googled the word. I did a lot of prep, obviously, for this before this talk. If I didn't show you like me at a rough time, and I'm using my spiritual beliefs to pop in here and hold me up, man, and make sure I don't go low vibe on responding to tragedy. There you go. I'm trying. I get the desire to like cubbyhole, not tell my friends like what happened and just like, you know, escape from society, and I don't want people to see my red eyes. I'm like, no, it's okay. I am actually publishing them. You can see them on YouTube. You can totally look at it. I am not ashamed. And I feel like I have just cracked my heart open on finding a way to release this energy of or be in existence where these two things are just kind of overlapping existence for me. Like the pain and this gratefulness. Now I'm not mad at God. Am I mad at what happened? Yeah. And I can't go into details, guys. There's like I just can't go into detail right now. But just know everyone's safe. And yeah, we have surrounded our kiddo with all the love. So my kiddo's good. We're going to, we're getting through each day. And they feel the love. And that's what needs to happen. Both kiddos, you know, both of us, we're all like in this like duality state. And I feel like just acknowledging that with my kids. Like today I had to drive up to the medical appointment with my older one, and we were just, we're all excited because we were like, I know it's going to be good news. And we're just, pepped up and, listening to good music. And then I look in the corner of my eye and I see that my older kiddo just started crying. And I knew why. It wasn't about themselves, right? It wasn't about themselves and the worry about their own medical appointment. They were thinking about my younger kid. And I had to just take in that moment and be like, Beans, it's going to be okay. Like we are sharing this load with our youngest energetically by us being involved and knowing and telling them, my youngest kiddo, that we love them unconditionally as they breathe. Like nothing changes how we feel about you. And then you could tell, they had this like super sad moment and I was like, if you just need to cry and don't want to talk, just cry. And so they were just having their moment. And in the next moment, like someone in front of us did this kind of stupid traffic move, which I happened to have done just literally last week. And then my oldest starts laughing, totally busted out laughing, saying, oh my God, that's you. Did you see that, Mom? That's totally you. That was you last week. And then you could tell like they had to take a breath in because they were like, I shouldn't be laughing. I was just grieving over what happened with my sibling. And I saw that like little switch of like, oh, like guilt of having this the two dualities, right? And I was like, gee, you just gotta, it's going to be like this. We're going to have this kind of overlap. And that's okay. I think we just are so trained to be totally okay or totally not okay. And it's like, a lot of times that's just interwoven, and that's an existence we have to acknowledge. So that's where I'm at. And at this time of interwovenness, I'm not ready for a manifestation talk. You don't want that talk from me in this state, but I will soon. Like we find the high vibe energy, but we're allowed to have this duality for a while. Mine just happened to come in a duality, and we would have been allowed to have the sadness too. But thankfully in our family, we just really talk and talk about either needing time apart, time to talk, time to cry, or do you want to just be held? Just say what you need and you're getting it. Do you, anything? I'm always going to comfort food. Do you need a sandwich? What do you need? But that's where I'm at. And I'll tell you, I keep putting through my mind. And for those who have been on my podcasts, you guys have listened to my other podcasts about like how I decided to just agree that there is a source and that the source is good for me. It wants good for me. As long as I'm kind of like setting this intention to be high vibe, I'm like, I can chill. I can, no matter what happens, it's like there's ultimately some sort of resolution that was meant to be, a lesson that was meant to be. And I know that sounds harsh for something as horrendous as probably some things that I'm talking about. But I think a lot of that is through human eyes, that judgment, that it sounds harsh to be like, oh, it was meant to be kind of thing. We'll find the lesson. And some things are so tragic. How can you find a lesson in that? I can tell you, you can't through human eyes, right? And that's my belief system, that we're gonna find out as souls above. And we make decisions, I think, as souls above. Before, when I say above, I mean before you're actually here in your meat suit. And I think we sign up for some tough shit, dude. I think sometimes it's really difficult, the things that we feel as souls, that we want our human being, experiences to be part of, and that's just, It's not easy to hear with our human ears, or to feel it through your human heart, especially when it comes to any sort of difficulty with, I won't go on to it. All the hard subjects to look at. Like right now, the world, everything, it just is hard. So I just want to be honest and open about the week I've had. And that if you are having a week like that, I'll be sending you good vibes through this. And I'm sending a prayer just for anyone who's having that kind of duality, that you find inner peace with it. It's just like I get that through knowledge of the higher source, that existence, and that existence is good and wants good for me. And so I'm going to basically take whatever happens out of my control. I got to take it. I don't want to say, when I say accept it, it makes it sound like I'm grateful for it. I don't mean acceptance with the big old smile of gratefulness, but I can accept that it happened and move on without fear and toward healing. It's like I'm always trying to put my viewpoint toward, okay, well, how can we heal next? What is next for healing? It's not retribution, it's healing. The retribution part, I'm an attorney, so let me tell you, there's sometimes no justice on the earth plane. So I have a weird, I don't fix my eyes toward retribution, and that's coming from a former ADA, assistant district attorney too. So I have to put my energy and focus onto healing and to a positive emotional or mental state, and bringing that around my family. And if I see any of the sadness, to let it have its way for a time period. And I know that's kind of intuitive in terms of how long should that last? Well, tell me, how long does grieving last for a loss of a loved one? It's cyclical. It comes and it goes and it comes back again. So it's not like this is going to be gone, not for the thing that we went through. This is not something that's like we're going to reset to normal. This is, now we have to endure this change to get to a new healed normal, if that makes sense. It's not the same. But like I said, it's okay, and it's going to be a healed normal. And that's kind of it. That's what I'm able to share with today. And I hope these messages help you. It's just what I got right now. And I appreciate any of the healing thoughts and prayers toward my kiddos, both of them. And my prayer goes out to you guys, and whoever is in this duality stage, that you guys find also some peace, because eventually we do, I think, can get perspective. I hope I can get perspective, the soul perspective on this later. I just don't think I want to reach for that right now, so I'm just reaching for healing. Anyway, thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend. All right, take care, guys. Bye.